for the next 12 minutes, I'm going to take you on a ride. A ride through the transfer window, all the things I did, all the things I didn't do, and we start off where we left off. But real quick, before we do that, let me quickly say, if you want cheap, reliable coins, make sure to check out the description down below for UT Coin Traders. And now it's time to figure out what to do with Labiad. 27 million, I asked for 30. And I said no money would take Labiad, Sessegnon, or Dembele away from Spurs, but I did it. And I know I shouldn't have done it because he deserves to be on this team. He deserves to be fighting for the BPL with us. He's been here the entire season. He's given his heart and soul to this team. He's played great football the entire season. And he's been one of the stars in the midfield. He was probably, I kept preaching about how he was probably one of the best players I signed all in the summer. And the reason I made the decision to let him go, and trust me, I sat on that screen for a very, very, very long time. But the reason I decided to let him go was because there's a few players that I've talked about wanting to bring in, and I haven't been able to because of money. And with making 27 million on a young star will allow me to bring in a player like Kaká, a player like Gurguf, maybe a player like Belhanda, or a player like Kaká and Belhanda. Maybe look at some defensive mids. Maybe look at a striker. I just had to let him go, and it hurt because, like I said, he was one of the best signings all year, and to be able to let him go for that much money was great for me to be able to buy more players, but it was very, very I just didn't want to do it. So we come up to a game, man. I know I shouldn't do this. I know it kind of spoils the series, but it's the FA Cup. It's not against a great team. I decided, let me just sim it. And I do this a lot during the transfer window, I get so into the transfer window stuff that I sim stuff. And let me know in the comments down below if anybody else does this. When you get to the transfer window, do you start simming games and then it messes up your whole damn season because you started simming games, but you're losing when you're simming? You're just like, oh, damn, I should have played, but YOLO, let's buy some more players. I do that. I don't know if anybody else does it, but I do. And luckily, my boys came up big. Fellaini scored a goal. Sessegnon scored a goal. Boateng scored a goal. Labiad's last game with Spurs. If all the deals go through, if they could agree on wages, this will be Labiad's last game. And sad moment, but maybe we could build ourselves a better team with that. As you can see, Kabul got hurt there. He's out for 7 games. And then some more offers came in. So, here you're going to see the first one from Everton, and they say Roberto's not worth that much, and that's good because I wasn't planning on letting Roberto go. That's why I put such a big price tag. And with Lennon, they've decided to go ahead and match it. And Lennon was priced at 7 million, and I got 2 extra million for him. I got 9 million. I didn't ask for a lot of money from Lennon because he wasn't happy. He wasn't that. I didn't play him a lot. So how am I meant to get a lot of money for a player I don't play a lot? And I know I was regretting only 9. I should have put like 10 or 11, but 9 million for Lennon, I guess I'll take it, even though he was worth 7. I got 9. It would have been better to get 11, but I get 9, so I'll take that. So with Labiad leaving, with Lennon leaving, if they both leave, we're into already 30 something million on profit, like 36 million. I'm really bad actually at this. I think it's 36 like 36 million. So around 36, 37 million. And that to me is, if my math might be terrible there, but I'm trying to commentate and math at the same time, and it just, no way. So yeah, man, it's cool that we're in the 30 plus million off of two sales. That's a big thing. And from what it's looking like, our center back's going to be out the door as well. Our center back's going to leave. Did he leave already? I'm not sure if he left already, but he's going to leave for 13 million. Remember, they offered 10 million. I said, give me 13 million and you could take him. And as you can see, Labiad is leaving. Now, right here, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to lose another attacking mid. I definitely didn't want to let any more attacking mid players go after losing Labiad. But I was like, you know what? If you give me 11 million, then I'll be able to waste probably 9 million out of that 11. I'll be able to bring another attacking mid in, and maybe an attacking mid that I like a little bit more. So I'm not saying I disliked players like Holtby and Iago, but they were players that if I enjoy a play a lot in manager mode, you'll see him playing a lot for me. And as you can see, Hopi and stuff never really came in that much, and that's because I wasn't really enjoying playing with them. I was enjoying playing with Dembele. I was enjoying with Fellaini. I was enjoying Labiad. I was enjoying Sessegnon and Iago and Hopi. They're good players. I just wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I would. Now, I offered for Belhanda. Remember, they said 5 million was enough to bring him to the club. So I said, damn, let me go offer 5 million and see if they'll actually let him go for that. So that's exactly what I did. And then I started looking through the attack and mids again, because now I still have Kaká in my mind. Remember, I put out a loan to Kaká saying, asked Real Madrid if I could have Kaká on loan, and they rejected that. So now look at this. I have 44 million because I had 7 million. Then we sold Labiad. Then we sold, who else did we sell? Damn, I spaced out. Oh, we sold Lennon, and did that center back go yet? I'm not sure if the center back went yet, but I still have Kaká on my mind. I want him to be the superstar here. I want him to be the Brazilian monster that plays for us and makes great passes. Is it a smart move? Is it a good move? I think it's an okay move, and I think he'll be a good substitute for Labiad, except for the fact that Labiad was faster. But I think that's all right. With a player like Eto'o in the front, Nelson Oliveira with pace, I think we'll be fine. So I would love to get Kaká to play behind Eto'o. So we're gonna look into Kaká in just a little bit. Next, I decided to start looking into a striker. I was like, you know what, I really like Eto'o, I like Nelson Oliveira, but it would be nice to bring in another striker. It would be nice to have one more striker in that rotation, because I'm a fan of Nelson Oliveira, and he scores a lot of goals, but there's just something about him. I think it's his boots. Why are you guys laughing? It ain't funny. I don't like people that don't wear like Nikes or Adidas or something. He just wears plain black boots. They're ugly. There's no design. They look stupid, and it makes the team look stupid. How you gonna wear an all-white kit with just straight black boots? At least wear the black Nikes or the black Adidas boots. Don't just wear black boots that don't even make sense. They look stupid. So for that, I gotta sign a striker. All because of his boots. I'm telling you, man, I'm picky when it comes to playing FIFA. I like players with nice boots. Is anybody else like that? And let me know in the comments down below. So I asked Chelsea if I could get by on loan. You see that I looked at Ibra. I'm looking at a lot of different players, but those price tags, man, not the price tag, more the wages. I was kind of like, Wayne Rooney was a player I would love to bring to this team. You remember how I was looking for a superstar? I thought Wayne Rooney would be that superstar, but then I saw Chicharito, and I started thinking to myself, Hernandez, he could be the guy. He could be the face of Spurs. So why not offer 17 million? Why not try to bring the young Mexican to Spurs? Why not try to make him the face of our club? So imagine that, Kaká and Chicharito coming to Spurs this summer or this winter. We're in the winter time, baby. This winter, that would be pretty damn epic. So as you can see, Lennon does make his way out of Spurs. He played a couple good games for me, but you know, it was. I don't have right mids or left mids, so he's out of the picture. And so far, so good. You guys remember how Kabul didn't take the wages of. I offered him a new contract, and he didn't take it. So far, so good. He hasn't asked to leave. He hasn't done anything like that to be transferred or put on loan. So pretty damn happy with that. So as you're going to see here, I'm going to go ahead and sim another match. I'm going to sim one more match really quick. I shouldn't do it, I know, but it's the Capital One Cup, and I really want to see what Manchester United says about Chicharito. So this is the problem with the transfer window for me, man. I start offering for players like Chicharito. Now I'm on a mission to find out if they're actually going to let him go, so I start simming matches. So Hull City against Spurs in the Capital One Cup. This is the first leg. We actually walk out of here with a 0-0 draw. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. We walk out of here with a 0-0 draw, which was a bit disappointing. We should have at least got a goal away from home. And to my surprise, I didn't even know this was the semifinals. If I knew that, I wouldn't be simming it. But this is the semifinals of the Capital One Cup, which means if we go to Hull City and knock them out, we're in the final against either I want to say Newcastle or Man City. I think they're the ones that are on the other side of the bracket. So, yeah, man, Probably should have played that game. Glad we didn't lose it. As you see here, they reject Belhanda. Even though they said 5 million was enough, they reject Belhanda, said that they can't let him go. He's too valuable of a player. Here they want 11 million for Gurguf, but I'm pretty sure earlier they said 8 million was enough. So don't really understand that system when they say that this is enough, but then they don't give enough, or you offer and then they say it's not enough. So a bit BS, but I wasn't really feeling giving 11 million for Gurguf. He's not a fast player. He's not. He's not a fast player. He has good passing, but if I'm gonna go with a slow, good passer, I'm going with the one, the only, the Brazilian. Used to be a beast, Kaká. Hopefully still a beast when he plays for AC Milan. But yeah, we if we're gonna go for a player that has good passing, we got to go for a player like Kaká. So that, as you can see, I'm looking for him here. I want to send him an offer, and I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open as I'm going down the list to make sure that I'm not skipping a really good passer that I can get for cheaper than I would even pay for Kaká. So as I'm going down the list, obviously I looked at players like Esco. I looked at players like Oscar. Ganso was a player that's very slow but has good passing, and then I thought to myself, well, he's a bit too damn slow. That dude's slow as molasses. Here I stumbled across the Brazilian that goes by the name of Everton, and he looks legit, yo. He looks good. His stats are all in the green. And I said, damn, I got an offer for this boy. So I give 16 million and say, send him to Spurs, baby. And I hate when they don't have the picture of their faces. That looks kind of stupid. But yo, all green. I was like, damn, how can I not offer for this young Brazilian? I didn't even know about him, to be honest. So I stumbled across him, had to throw an offer on him because he looks too much like a beast to not go for him. Honda was a player I looked at again. As you can see, every time I go over to Honda, I quickly jump back on him to see what his wages are. Eriksen's a player that I've been looking at since last summer. So many good attacking mids. So many players I can lose. You can see me kind of glance at Miguel Veloso, and let's just say I'm not done with Miguel Veloso. I might just have to come back to Miguel Veloso one of these times. So instead of giving 11 million for Gurguf, I say, why don't I just offer 12 million for Kaká, who's a legend, who has a great pass, who has good ball control. Yes, he's an old man, but all we need is one season out of him, and then this game's going in the trash, so it doesn't matter. And now it's time for Newcastle. Do I win it? Do I lose it? Does Manchester United agree to Chicharito leaving and coming to Spurs? Well, I'll leave you here with a counter offer. Instead of 9 million Lazio, why don't you go ahead and send me, let's say, 13 million? And with that, I'll see you next time, baby.